Hello, my name is Luke Wolf, and I am making Afterrealms, a real-time strategy role-playing game. To start, you have control over a single character in a land filled with resources, magic and mystery. The idea behind Afterrealms is to use your magic to create your mini-society, expand your territory, grow in power, and cast devastating spells to dominate your opponents. The game is currently in early development, so there is not much to it yet, but we are planning on releasing a playtest version sometime soon. I would like to first apologise for the very late video update on this early devlog series. Last year was very hectic and we have only recently started getting back into development within the last few months, working on as many features as possible so we can hopefully bring to you something really cool. In the last video we talked about the spellbook and some of the spells that can be used. In this video we'll show you updated graphics, how we added monsters, the mechanics around damage, death, drops and survivability, as well as the now working possession and castle spells. So first, the graphics have been updated. We recently got a new member of the Luke Wolf staff team, graphic designer Jalal Gusta. Jalal is focused on designing all of the visuals, artwork and animations in the game. So far, we've received favourable feedback about the graphics and we plan to add more and enhance it as we develop. Second, spells that now work. We saw before that the player can cast the fireball spell, but now it has updated graphics and can actually do some damage when it lands. Possession is a harmless spell, but it has the ability to possess mana balls. Magical artifacts will also become possessable, but we have not introduced this feature yet. You can easily see what happens when a mana ball is possessed, as it will change into the colour that represents you. And the castle spell will now build a castle at the location where you selected to place the blueprint. Third, monsters have been added. Monsters are neutral creatures that will roam the realm, attacking players and wreaking havoc in their civilizations. Some monsters will be able to shoot projectiles, like the spider shooting out webs. Once they are destroyed, they will drop a mana ball, which can be possessed by the player to increase their mana and health, making them more powerful. Monsters are created by their spawners, and only a certain amount of monsters will exist per spawner. More work is pending on the monster spawning system, so stay tuned to see more about this as we develop. The only monster in the game at the moment is the spider monster, but more will be added when we get up to creating additional content for the game. Fourth, damage and death concepts now exist. As you may have seen previously, certain spells like the fireball spell can now damage monsters. But in order to introduce a damage concept, we had to create a health points system. Everything that can be killed or destroyed will have health, and to be destroyed, their health will need to reach 0. At this point, the character's death or building's destruction will happen. If the castle is destroyed, the castle will drop mana. Eventually it will drop the mana value that is being stored in the castle, but for now, it will just drop a fixed series of mana balls, and each mana ball will roll out in a random direction. When the player dies, they will lose control of their character and they will be presented with the death screen, where they will have the option to respawn when they are ready. If the player chooses to respawn, one of two things will happen. If the player has their castle built, they will respawn back at their castle, continuing the same game they are in. However, respawning without a castle will mean that they will be banished from the realm and the entire game will restart. The death screen is going to be enhanced considerably later on, but the basic functionality will remain the same. Fifth, survivability. With the concepts of movement, health, damage, cost, and reward, we now have a game loop that can be played. To make it more interesting, we added a sweet touch. Health and mana will regenerate over time as long as you do not take damage. So the longer you are out of battle, the more strength you can recover. This all means that during battle, timing and dodging is everything, especially when you're versing monsters that can shoot you. So take note between how fast you can move, how fast monster projectiles move, and the distance between you and the monsters. Putting all of this together gives us the foundations for a game loop that is now very close to complete for testing. Now that we have a good idea of how the game will function, we are going to work on smoothing out any bugs that we have up to this point, finishing implementing the rest of the graphical designs and get some sound and music into the game. We will aim to have this completed by the next time we have a video out. We will be live streaming the development of the game on Twitch and posting updates on our Discord, Guilded, and Twitter. In particular, our Discord and Guilded are good places for anyone that is working on a project themselves and wishes to share it, collaborate, and make friends. And we would very much love for you to come over and join us. Also, Guilded has a calendar where you can see when I'm going to be streaming over the course of the month in your time zone. So by joining, you will get to see that as well as all of the content and announcements we post. Until next time, my name is Luke Wolf, and thank you very much for watching.